Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze in them jeans. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
This time I turned the music off. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's Potomac. It's a big night. We got a big show planned for you guys. Whew. I don't like Giselle. I don't like Giselle. But guys, thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. I want to first start off by saying I am so thankful to all of you guys. I never anticipated. I hit 9,000 subs yesterday. That is like a big deal. I am so close to 10,000. It doesn't even feel real, and it's in no large part due to all of you who come, who like, who subscribe. I really appreciate it. But definitely hit the like button. It helps push my channel. It lets YouTube know that we are here. We are right here, right now, and we are acting the fool together. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. But guys, I'm thankful, but I'm still gonna be shady because that's just what we do around here. So for starters, I thought that this was just the right amount of drama, just the right amount of mess. I don't really like Giselle. I can't. It's this sense of I can say whatever I want to everybody else, but they can't do it to me. The way she shrugged off Wendy, like, you made my life hell. What do you think you have made the lives of the girls you don't like, Giselle? You've made their lives hell. Everything that Wendy said probably hit you in that way because you knew you were making up a relationship with Jamal that did not exist. And you knew that she called you out in a way that was intellectual and a way that you couldn't even come back. Would you want to tell your girls to be with somebody like that? No. And I don't believe that you did in the first place. I think that you did it for the show. Just my opinion. Y'all might not like me. But guys, let's start off first with the who wore it better. This is going to be a crossover. We got Jackie Christie, Giselle, and this lady. All have the same outfit. You tell me who wore it better. Either one of those ladies. My vote goes to Jackie. But there is something to say about a lady who has self-confidence, knows her worth, and takes a good bathroom selfie. So, or Giselle. Y'all tell me. It looks best on Jackie. The big girl snatched it. Number 3, Jackie. Okay, so y'all are my people. Y'all are my people. I think I'm gonna give it to Jackie. Well, the bathroom is disgusting. Well, people take bathroom selfies. Jackie, but the last lady, okay, okay. Okay, guys. Let's see. Any more foolishness before we get started? No, I think I have enough foolishness jam-packed for the show. Okay. Kadi, where are we on likes? We got about 50 people in here. Let's see if we can get to about 45 likes. I have big aspirations, guys. Likes helps my channel. It is a free way to support me. In my experience, Aquarius peeps are more about the world building and less about interpersonal relationships. I'm an Aquarius. So 31, we got about 71 people here. Let's get to 50 likes. But let's move on. Let's start with the show. Giselle, Robin, Karen, Ashley meet. Was it just me, or was anybody else disgusted at the thought of Giselle mentioning the way her ass tastes? When she said that, I just kept thinking, is Jamal coming? We'll watch replay. That's okay, Miss Tennessee. I appreciate it. Um, so this was cute enough. We got the OGs meeting or whatever, kind of like just talking about Mia and her cancer scare. Now, y'all, anybody's health is going to be a touchy subject. So, of the women who were talking about it, I'm going to go with Karen being the most appropriate. I remember when this came out, I remember everybody reporting on it. The problem with it is, Mia, it is kind of vague. It's vague in a way that leaves people questioning. Um, but in that situation, it's Mia's personal business. If she chooses to do that, then it is what it. Plus, we know Mia is not the most cerebral person. It's not like you have high expectations of Mia. She can't remember stuff. Mia is Mia is that stripper from the Players Club that met the trick that took her off the pole and ran with it. Now that I reported that Mia does not have all the money that she says she has, and that $400,000 salary is now gone, it really does make me side eye her. But you do not ever really need to go in on somebody's personal health. What's up, Monty? Guys, me and Monty are going to be linking back up for a special Mims and Friends. He definitely agreed. So if y'all don't see it, y'all need to flood his notifications and let him know that we need to make that happen. But yeah, me and Monty are going to be reconnected for probably some hot, juicy topic type stuff. So everybody's sitting around talking. Did y'all see how cheap the food was? I'm just like Potomac again. First, we got to go with Giselle's outfits. They got some little $3 sushi rolls and a vegetable tray. It's Potomac, though. I mean, we don't really have expectations of what they're going to be showing us. There's not going to be too much fabulosity coming from this cast. Uh, we move on. So Ashley's getting a divorce. She says, now, as she was talking about what she was getting a divorce from, we're gonna go with warmer, colder, warmer, colder. She says she's getting a divorce from Michael because she doesn't drink. Cold, cold, cold. She says she's getting a divorce from Michael because they're sexually incompatible. Warmer. Yes, Ashley, you're getting a divorce from Michael because y'all are sexually incompatible. Yes. Ding, 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 ding. The truth came out. It has nothing to do with the drinking and everything to do with y'all sexual incompatibility. Ding, 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 ding. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. We move on to Ashley buying a house with Michael. We'll get into why that's so interesting and the breakdown of their divorce a little bit later. But I'm actually not mad at it. Ashley let us know that she doesn't even pay any bills. So Michael is probably buying her a house in lieu of some extremely large settlement. That way it stays in Michael's family and Ashley gets to live the fabulous lifestyle. Arlington is a very nice part of town. And between Ashley's salary here and whatever she's going to be getting from Michael, Ashley has made it so that Ashley will be okay. There's all kinds of people calling her kids cash registers. I think that Ashley does love her kids. I do think that maybe having those kids was a way of trying to save the marriage. A lot of people think that kids will save the marriage, but Michael never wanted them children. So that didn't work out. I don't think their cash registers are all too cute kids. I just think that their parents were never sexually compatible and that their parents never really wanted each other. I still fully think that Ashley is a lesbian and Michael is gay. Or maybe they're both bisexual, but they probably lean towards other people as opposed to each other. Ashley was just a good look for Michael. Moving on. Because the bread and butter is towards the end of here. Candiace is going to see a fertility doctor. This is a storyline that we see a lot on these shows. She is getting older. I'm probably like near 40. But it makes sense. Is it a scene that I really want to dig into deep? No. Afterwards, her and Chris get into a fight about Chris' schedule. The only important thing about that part is the fact that we now know that Chris works at the W. So that will be coming up because I told you guys in one of my videos, the major storyline is the fact that Giselle feels that Chris hit on her and she's uncomfortable. Giselle, you know, the face, Giselle breaking up another marriage. Everybody wants Giselle. Giselle is just the picture of perfection. She even mentioned that a lot of husbands have wanted her in the past. Like, who even talks like that? Okay, Giselle. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me keep it together. Sorry. Okay, we're keeping it together. We got our girl Charisse. Of any of the people that I wanted back, first is going to be Katie, but second is going to be Charisse. I'm glad to see her back. I don't know if her dollar amounts matched reality. She's meeting with Robin. Robin is now a redhead. Let me tell you guys one thing. Robin has never looked more feminine than she did in this confessional. She looked gorgeous. She always looks gorgeous, but she actually looked, she looked more like Robin and less like Rob. So kudos to her. She's talking about prenups. Now, I have a couple problems with the prenup situation in her circumstance. She feels like if the man makes the money, she should not be entitled to half because she didn't work for that. And then by the same logic, now that she is making more money than Juan shouldn't be entitled to half of her money. But we remember Robin bankrupted the family through her bad investment. So does that mean that Juan should have absolute control to invest your money as he sees fit since you did it to him? That I don't like. Robin is basically tidying Juan. Y'all know, and Giselle let us in on some tea that Juan isn't even on the deed to their new home. Very similar to Todd. The problem is Todd has made Candy money. Robin has bankrupted the family, and they are living in a two-bedroom, far, 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 far from Potomac. Moving right on. Oh, Charisse says that she spent $500,000 on a lawyer, and her husband spent $1 million, and that she got half. I don't know that the number is accurate. I do think that Charisse embellishes, not Robin's hats, but embellishes the truth a little bit. I'm not feeling this whole we spent $1.5 million to get a divorce. From what her husband had said, they didn't really have all the money that she professed, champagne rooms and this and that, and I have a yacht and you're gonna have us on a boat and all that. Well, now Charisse is living, I think they said she's living in a townhome somewhere near Baltimore. I don't know, but she had to sell her house. And those proceeds went into the divorce. But I'm glad to see Charisse is back. I'm glad that she's going to give it to Karen. Whew, Karen. We have Mia's house. Y'all, I think that this is a beautiful home, but is it me or is Potomac like an older neighborhood? Because Karen's rental house is also near hers, but both houses are nice homes. It just gives like an older neighborhood. I don't understand these housewives spending $10,000, $12,000 on rent to keep up appearances. That money could be spent ensuring that after you're off the show, you still have a nest egg. You're trying to stunt on a show that nobody cares about money. This is not Beverly Hills. Nobody expects to see lifestyle on the Potomac. Y'all have seen the way Giselle dresses. I know I'm not alone in this. Nobody is They were just up there eating some $3 sushi rolls. Like they don't have to do this. And knowing what we know now about the fact that Mia just lost her $400,000 job, to hear that she spent $65,000 upgrading a rental property that she's already paying $10,000 a month for makes absolutely no sense, guys. I already told you guys, after I finish this, I'm going to be doing the video on Toya's rental property. That's a $3 million home. And I'll be giving you guys a tour and coming up with a rough calculation of how much she's probably paying in rent. This is a waste of money, guys. I can't. But the house is nice. I was excited to see it. I always love when we get to see a new home. But to hear that she was putting that money into rent makes no sense. And Karen is paying a similar amount for a less nice home. Ray doesn't care because Karen is paying that bill. So guys, let's see. We almost have 120 people in here. Let's try to get to 80 likes at least. We're going to keep on the like train because it helps my channel. And I know that you guys are looking out for me. So moving on. The house is nice. We get to Karen. Mia's talking to her mom. I'm glad that Mia and her mom have reached a better place because last we heard, Mia and them had left their children with the mom for several days, and the mom was kind of having a fit. And then Gordon came back and went off on the mom, which is really like disgusting. I don't think that these people value this lady the way that they should, being that it's Mia's mom. But I'm glad that they are working on their relationship. But let's get to Karen's new titties. So Tiff and Fee are Karen's lifted titties. I want to take a moment to give Karen a round of applause because Karen has had one of the best glow ups than anybody else on reality TV. This was Karen season 1. This is Karen season 7, a business owner. She is a full 7 years older, about to be 60, and looks great. How you start is not how you have to finish. And I will just leave it at that. Karen has one of the best glow ups across any franchise. One of the best. She went from her wigs falling off her head to a wig line. That's the way you do it. That's how you market yourself. You take something that you become synonymous with and make sure that every time you show up on a red carpet, every time you show up to film, you look great. I was about to call him Uncle Ben. Ray is there looking like he does not want to be there again. We got a little scratch and sniff between Mia and Karen. Karen pulls Mia to the side to talk about her posting. And again, she's very gentle with it because you should be gentle when it comes to somebody else's health. The verbiage that she used, it was very, how do I say this? When she talked to her mom, she used the term it, but when she described it, it sounded like, I think, lymphoma. So I don't know what was going on there, but I'm choosing to give Mia the benefit of the doubt because when you're having that type of health scare and you have little children, you may say or do things to act out that you wouldn't normally do. So somebody said, no, Mimi, hold on. Nene does have a really good glow up, but didn't you just see the pictures? Yes, we're not ugly, we're just poor. Guys, I'm choosing to give her the benefit of the doubt. I hope that she would not make anything like that up. It's your health. And Giselle nor nobody else really deserves to be able to really go in with her. So we got another glow up. We got Wendy meeting up with Peter. Now, y'all, I'm about to go in a little bit on Peter. Let's think about this. Peter wants $300,000 from Wendy to open up a business, which would give her 20% of that business. I can almost guarantee you that Peter is not going to be the 80% owner of the rest of that. I personally think, and let me put up my allegedly banner, that what Peter does is he goes around and he makes friends with very rich people or even marries them. And then he utilizes their funds to open businesses, i.e., Cynthia. He bankrupted Cynthia the first season. That, bar none, I believe that Portia's gay husband was a part of bar one. So you have Cynthia putting in money to keep up that first business that failed. You have Cordell putting in money to keep up that second business that failed. You opened in Charlotte. They found out you were writing bad checks. He gave Wendy the impression that if she invested 300,000 now, she would be getting 20% of 8 million within 18 to 22 months. Guys, these numbers do not make sense at all. There's no guarantee that you will break even within the first few years of opening a business, let alone a bar. Those things you never know. And very rarely do you end up like Candy, where you have the issue that too many people want your product. Peter has gone around doing this year after year, and people are still stupid enough to invest in him. It makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. Yes, he is running scams, y'all. Wendy, I think that she's smart, but I think that Wendy is realizing I don't know how long I'm gonna be on this show. Let me utilize the money that I'm making on here to reinvest it. That is smart. But then you say you're reinvesting it in Peter and you're selling $50 candles. What is that, Wendy? What is that? Who is buying the $50 candle for? Moving on. Good luck, Wendy. I support Black-owned businesses. If that business comes to fruition and I'm in DC, I will swing by. Uh, okay, blah, blah, the glow up. Oh, one other thing about Gordon. I did not like that Karen made the comment about her breasts saying, I hope that Ray is the only one that likes them. The assumption is that Gordon does not want you. Yes, your chest was newly lifted, but every part of Mia is fake and detachable and plastic. That is what he wants. He does not want anyone close to his age. But that's cute that Karen and Giselle both think that married men want them. Okay. That's what happens when you go from looking like this to this. You think everybody wants you. Okay, moving on. We did see Jacqueline in the scene, and Jacqueline is the friend that Mia put on blast for domestic or DV today. So I don't really know what's going on there. We got Ashley meeting with her uncle and her mom again. Now, y'all, at this point, we know we have a good enough idea of the way these things work. Your mom knew that she was filming. Ashley, why would you let your mom come on with this particular wig? Like, just a real question. Why would you let her? You knew that she was going to be filming. You went and got your hair and makeup done. Anybody who has a family member that's filming who is not rich should ensure that their family member gets hair and makeup every time they enter the scene. It's 7 years. You know this by now. Ashley letting us know that she took care of her mom, that her mom lived under her bridge, that she was paying for the mom's boyfriend. You set this woman up for the okie doke. So the very least you could do is when you're having her be on camera, you have her looking as you have her with the same makeup artist and hair and makeup that you do. Hard stop. Ashley's talking about buying a home with Michael. Her uncle is upset about this, but we start hearing that Ashley waited to divorce him after the 5 years was up. Smart. But it gives you, Ashley knew very well what her prenup was. She waited till the 5 years was up and she had 2 children, ensuring that she was always going to have some form of spousal support and or child support for probably as long as Michael is going to be alive. Again, I'm not the YouTuber who would say that her children are cash registers, but I do think that she had certain action plan. She had an action plan, and she had a plan and action items that she was going to follow. So now to say, oh, we're buying a home together, it's going to be in the LLC, and I'm going to be in Arlington, and all this kind of stuff, it gives me contrived. It gives me you knew exactly what you were doing when you got into it. Good luck, Ashley. This was interesting. Ashley says she has never paid a bill. So Ashley, let's say Ashley's between $400,000 to $600,000 a year for Potomac at this point. For her to never have paid a bill, and when asked if she felt like she could take care of her children, she's never decided to work. You're making probably $400,000 to $600,000 a year. The simple answer would be yes, but that's not Ashley. Ashley, in my eyes, is just a pure gold digger in like the purest sense of the form. She landed a rich guy by any means necessary. She's not really into his body parts, and he's definitely not into her body parts, but they made it work. They had two children. However, they had two children. I will just say they had two children. Um, and good luck, Ashley. Moving on. We get to see Giselle's house. So y'all tell me in the chat, do you feel, well, first off, just put this, would you want Giselle's house? As it stands now, she has done a lot of renovations to it. It no longer looks exactly the same. She has a circular driveway. Do you guys think that Giselle did a good job on the house? I think that certain parts of the house seem nice enough. I'm not mad at good for you, Giselle. Good. The patio, the backyard seems nice. I just personally, I don't like it. I don't like it. No, you better take it easy there. Nope. No, thank you. Okay. So ST says many men are sex diggers. Tired of people always saying that women are bad because they want stability and security in a different form. I'll give you that. I do think that women get a bad rap, but on this channel, I think that I've given Michael a harder time than I've given Ashley. I think that Michael used her for the fact that she was a beauty queen and probably to hide his more truer desires. And she utilized him for the clout and money. But I'm not going to take back what I said. I really do feel like she had an action plan and Michael was part of it. I like a city girl around here. But I'm a straight shooter, pow pow. I don't want the Frankenstein house. The Zell style is just horrible. Still looks like a barn. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so y'all are my people. I'm just not feeling it. Uh, the only thing that I like about Giselle is her kids. I definitely think that Giselle's kids ground her, and Giselle's kids give you the one thing that you can't ever say negative about Giselle is the fact that Giselle is a good mom. Hard stop. She raised some really good kids. Uh, they have a really good head on the shoulders. But I'm still questioning this outfit. So even her kids were like giving her a hard time about what she was wearing, and they decided to come to that. I still didn't like that. And based on what the other women were wearing, Giselle looked a mess. But we get to Karen's party. Karen looked great. Now, this lady, I don't know who she is. She was a friend of Karen's. She looked amazing. This lady is the definition of a good dresser. It was colors that you wouldn't necessarily put together. Her body looked great. Her hair looked great. The jacket looked great. This lady could dress. Having her stand next to Giselle. What's up, Yocrates? was the worst thing that the producers could have done. And then Ashley walks in. I don't really know what Ashley was wearing either, but we get to Ashley talking about coochie cravings from Michael and the fact I don't believe this story that there was a woman who wanted Ashley and Michael wanted it and Ashley wanted it. Let me tell you how these things work, even though I'm a virgin. You're not going to be at a club or somewhere and some woman randomly comes up to Ashley and Michael and says, "Hey, I want both of you guys." Maybe if they were in the right kind of club, they might have gone over to Ashley, I guess, but there would be some eye contact. There would be something. This story of this woman just wanted me and Michael was down and I said no. I don't believe it. I can't. Anytime I hear that Michael wants a woman, we all know that he said that he wanted to suck Juan's D, but we never heard him say, "I want to eat somebody's pee." That never made it to air, and I doubt that he's even doing that to Ashley. Moving on. We get Wendy. Wendy arrives and she looks gorgeous. Wendy has also had a glow up. Her hair is no longer like right there. She looks beautiful. She tries to go in for a hug with Giselle. And I want to tell you guys, this is important because Giselle is trying to ice this woman out. Giselle feels like if she doesn't give Wendy the time of day, then Wendy won't come back next season. But again, I tell you, everything that Wendy said was absolutely true. You're parading this man around your children. That's not a great example. And if this relationship is true, your self-esteem must be jacked. I'm with you. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Sassy Girl. I appreciate you supporting the channel. It just didn't even her not choosing to speak to Wendy. Karen gave it to you before too, and I don't want to start the whole colorism thing, but I feel like if you don't look a certain way to Giselle or you don't have money, Giselle is not really effing with you like that. I'm not going to go out and fully say that it's a colorism thing, but it just gives me, if you guys have not seen this movie, check out School Days. I feel like Giselle would be with the Tisha Campbell crew. Just my opinion. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Trent. I appreciate that. And guys, definitely, we have almost 150 people in here. We should be at least like about 120 likes. We're aiming high here, people. I'm giving you guys content. Thank you so much for the super chat, Shay. I really do appreciate you supporting my channel too. You guys, it means the world to me to have you guys here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this link. Anybody is welcome to come up. Y'all said y'all wanted this live, so we did it live. I don't know that they'll always be live. Some of them might be pre-records. Because y'all, I've done like 4 or 5 videos this weekend. I'm tired. Okay, so I do think, and you guys mark my words, Giselle is the type of person who thinks that she is irreplaceable on this show. And if she doesn't want to film with you, she doesn't want to be around you, she can get you kicked off. And I'm not feeling that. I don't think she should have that kind of power. What's up, Corey?
Hey, how you?
I'm good. I'm good and tired.
I bet. What's up, fam, in the chat? Listen, it has nothing to do with colorism with Giselle not wanting to be hugged on by Wendy, okay? She just don't rock with her like that.
I'm not saying that
I don't rock.
Corey,
I know
I'm not saying that particular moment. I'm just saying the aura that I get from Giselle is she values people that look like Robin.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know what's in her little head.
Look at all of her friends.
I can't judge that woman on her friends. That's her.
Okay.
That's her. What I want Wendy to stop doing, if someone doesn't like you, thinks you're arrogant, thinks you're a a-hole, why does it have to be colorism? I just don't like you. I just don't like Candiace. It's not because of her hue. She's a woman child. Candiace needs to grow up. Wendy needs to stop being being what did they used to call it back in the day? My
Wendy?
aunties and them. Yeah, Wendy she thinks because she has 4 degrees, she's better than other Black people. And I don't like people like
I
that.
know we're not doing
Hi
that.
everyone,
Giselle
how are you
thinks that
guys?
her green eyes and light skin makes her better than other people.
I don't like that either. But I'm talking about why I don't rock with Wendy, why I don't support Wendy. I
Uh-huh.
just don't like how she talks down to people and condescends to people. I
Yes.
don't like that. I don't. I think because you have a degree, you don't have to do that to people. I don't care what shade you are. I don't care if you verbal. You don't talk down to me. If you talk down to me, I don't F with you. I'm not lean when it rocking with it with you. No.
So give me an example. Who did she talk down to?
She talks down to everybody. She talks down to Robin. Okay, sure. Robin.
Corey,
Yeah.
can I give an example? I have a perfect
Sure, go ahead.
station. Bye, Wendy. Bye, Wendy. To you, it's Dr. Wendy. Doctor. Remember that?
She is a doctor.
Yeah, she is a doctor. Not
But
a
not
doctor
at that
of
time.
medicine,
But not at
but
that
a
time.
doctor of philosophy.
But not at that time. Sebastian, she was trying to get Ashley together. I don't
She
think
was
she was
talking
going
down
on
to
going in
Ashley.
on her
No,
face
she was
the
talking
next
down.
time. But
Do
she
you
did. She
think
would
that
let her know.
Ashley
Look,
is
if
an
you
elitist?
address me,
Yeah,
you
Ashley's
doctor
definitely an
me.
elitist. Definitely.
You
Wait, you
know,
guys think
because I
Ashley's
be doing the
definitely a
same thing.
colorist.
I be doing the
No, I
same
don't think Ashley's
thing.
an elitist. I don't think Ashley's an elitist because trust me, if she was, she would not have her mama looking like that on national television.
You can be an elitist
You
and
can
not
be
give
an
a damn
elitist
about
and
your
have
No,
your
no,
mama.
no,
mama
no,
out
no.
there looking
Trust
like
me,
that.
if I'm an elitist, my mother is not going on national television like
Listen,
that. No.
listen, I know some people in my family who are elitists just like that. And because they married a doctor, they think everything is this, that, and the third, and yet had that child out there with no hair comb, no hair done, looking a hot mess. But
Wait,
yet
what
they
happened?
live in a $900,000 home, which now they don't have because karma has come back to bite them in the butt, so to speak.
Ooh.
So there are a lot of
Wendy?
elitists that do that have their people looking a mess.
Who are you talking about?
Talking about a family member.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Which family member?
Aunt Peach's uncle, John.
Oh damn. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
okay, guys. So to the episode, let's start with what were your thoughts on the fact that Ashley's getting a divorce, but she's keeping the house. She's buying a house with Michael.
Smart.
Stupid.
Idiotic.
Smart.
Stupid.
Smart
Idiotic.
to me
Okay.
because it's
Smart.
a lot of couples. I mean, I don't know why Robin. I don't know why. I mean, just like Robin and what's the dude name? Juwan, they live together and they divorced. You know
His
what I'm
name
saying?
not on that house.
Mm-mm.
He's
Yeah, we
smart.
found that. Yeah, we did find that after that. His name
Still?
was House.
She's smart. I'm gonna explain why Ashley's smart for doing that.
Okay.
Mhm.
First of all, if we look at Michael, we know he's not going to have that much years leading on. We can see that.
Oh.
Allegedly. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Y'all stop putting folks' husbands in the grave. Y'all do.
I'm
If y'all not
sorry.
hear
Lord,
Kevin
forgive
say,
us.
if y'all not hear Kevin say,
Yeah.
stop putting folks' husbands in the grave, y'all, before it's time. Now.
First,
Stop putting folks' husbands in the grave,
we
y'all.
know he's
You're
okay.
all
I'm
going
being
to
realistic.
hell.
This already went off the rails.
I'm being realistic. By the time the kids turn 20, they might not even see their father. I'm just being realistic.
That's true.
But his
Wait,
money,
how
he has
old is
multiple.
he? Is he
has
in his
multiple.
70s or 60s?
He's
He may
probably
be
like
close
In
to
his
70.
60s. I think
he's
he
probably
is
in his 60s.
He may
But
be like
Boo Boo
mid
never wore
to late
sunscreen then.
60s.
he has other children though, guys. So all of the money's not going to Ashley and those kids. He has other children that he loves
But
that are
everything that was
adults.
accrued throughout their marriage, which was 8 years, and a lot of things were accrued, she can get those for her kids. And she will get Social Security for her kids if they're not 18.
Okay. I don't like Ashley. Okay.
I don't
you
like
guys-
her either.
Listen,
don't
she's a
really
good
either.
pot stirrer. Let me give her that. I'll give her that. She knows how to stir
Yes.
the pot. She stirs
Yes,
it. If
she
she don't have a
is.
storyline, she produces well. I'm gonna give that to Ashley.
She's like a survivalist, and which is fine and all, but she's the kind that will like do whatever she needs to do, and whoever needs to get screwed over will get screwed up. You know what I mean? That's how she comes across.
I have a problem with survivalists like her.
So do I. That's what I'm
I
saying.
prefer a survivalist
Survivor.
like Mia. Mia knew exactly what she was doing. Mia got with an older guy who was her trick, and she's never tried to put on any airs about it. Ashley, oh no, I love Michael, and I saw this, and y'all, it took me out. Last season when Wendy was on, and she was asking Robin specifically about Michael and Juan's relationship. She asked Robin, well, does Juan have any other gay friends? And the whole cast.
What?
No, I
The
thought that
whole
was
cast.
Kate. Wait, didn't Katie say that too one time?
But
And
yes,
she's like,
but she asked if he was straight up gay.
And I
but
remember her going, but
Nikki
he's not
did it.
gay. And she's like, what?
Nikki did it in a way that was everybody had it on their mind. Ashley wants to pretend like everything is all good, and she's the type of girl that 2 years down the line, if she's still in the show, she'll be like, yeah, he's gay, or yeah, he messes with this. I can't get with that. She's honest about everything but her reality in my eyes. She'll talk about her mom living in a tent because that makes her look good. She's not going to talk about the fact that she married Michael for money.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay,
they
first
too,
of all,
they
let me say
too.
this.
But you know, people been on, baby. I mean, she had to, you know, in the first season, she said it's all right if he pinch another man's booty. So you knew right then and there. She know what's up. Okay, she knew
So
what's
I'm
up,
gonna say
baby. She
why she's
already knew
smart.
what's up. She pinched that man booty. So you know, she was like, yeah, it's okay. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Okay, that's what he
First
do,
of all,
and she's fine
first
with it.
first of all, she's smart for doing it through the LLC and not doing it through with Michael herself. One, in her settlement of her divorce, she's most likely going to get shares
Bye, Rebecca.
of what Michael owns. She's most likely going to get shares of their business. So it's good that she's doing this for the home through the LLC instead of just getting a mortgage with Michael.
Yeah, she was definitely very smart and very strategic.
Okay. Well, y'all all like Ashley.
I didn't say I liked her. I'm just saying I can acknowledge that she was very strategic
She's
in
intelligent.
order to get the most out of her strategic deal that she made.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you guys feel like Mia was lying about the cancer scare?
No.
No.
I can tell
You
you
don't
why.
lie about cancer.
I can tell you why she wasn't lying.
Go for it.
About 4 years ago now, I had a cancer scare. Breast cancer scare. My mammogram came back with something shady on it, and I had to go in for a biopsy. No, first I had to go in for a ultrasound, then a biopsy. It takes at least a couple weeks for the biopsy to come back.
Yeah, the biopsies are scary.
It is very scary. And then I had just gotten a new car or whatever, and I couldn't, and I couldn't think. It was right before Thanksgiving. I couldn't think. I couldn't do anything. I drove for 2 to 3 hours. Chronicles was so upset with me. I wouldn't allow him to go with me. I wouldn't come straight home. And it was almost on the same, it wasn't the same breast, but it was the same particular positioning that my mom's was.
That's weird, yeah.
So our doctor was worried for me, until the biopsy came back, and then it came back negative because I have very dense breast tissue. So
God bless you, Corey.
yes.
Yeah.
So I can understand.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't have put it on
Social media?
social media, but if that's how she copes with things, that's how she copes with things.
I would
She
have
just didn't come back and say it was a scare, everything's negative. she didn't follow up.
She did do a
Should have
follow
followed
up.
up. Did she?
I want to counter that.
Yeah.
Corey, I think
I'm
that
gonna look
you
for it.
wouldn't do it probably because you have morals and scruples. But
Well,
we've
True.
all
man,
seen we've
man.
all seen that people do that. You remember Vicky Gunvalson's dude
Mhm.
actually Googled
Brooks.
cancer prognosis
That was
and
insane.
submitted that as evidence that he had cancer. So it has been done. I don't personally think that Mia is cerebral enough to come up with something like that. And
Oh, okay.
do you know what I mean? But I do think that people do it.
I
Where's
don't think
everybody
she's
else
like
at?
that manipulative.
Yeah, I don't see her doing that.
But if she didn't have cancer, she should have came back like she said, like Corey said. She should have came back. I mean, just like you said, I believe she should have came back and said on social media, y'all,
Can I
it's
say?
not
Can I read what she
cancer.
said?
It's not cancer, but it's some blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
She did
And then
respond a
people,
month later.
Did
because
she?
people are feeling sorry for her. People feel because I felt sorry for her, and I don't even like the chick. You know what I'm saying? And
She
you know what I'm saying?
responded.
And so you know, what I'm saying? I felt sorry for her that she was going through that right there. But I didn't hear her come back and say, "No, I didn't have
He
cancer.
did.
It's some blah 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 blah. It's something else." You know what I'm saying? So
He
for
did.
me, that means you playing with my feelings. I don't like nobody playing my feelings and my emotions. And see, that make me want to get someone and go grab you through the TV, grab you through the TV, bring you through me,
Oh,
Oh,
and slap the hell out of you because you go with you playing my
my
feelings and my
God.
emotions. I don't like nobody doing that to me. I really don't. I get very mad and upset when you trying to manipulate me and lie to me, and you make me feel some kind of way, and you know it's not. That's 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 a cold-hearted person to me. You ain't got
Go
no
ahead,
heart. You ain't
Sebastian.
got
Go
no
ahead and read what
soul.
she said.
Okay, this is what she said. She said, "Loves, so many of you have reached out to check in." This was a month after her initial post. And I want to let you all know I'm okay. Each day comes with new challenges. So far, no cancer, although I'm still undergoing testing, and we will surgically remove 2 lumps for biopsy. As for now, everything is looking good. Please don't worry. It's not my intent for you to worry. Yet remember the message behind why God faces us with these challenges: live, love, and forgive. Tomorrow's not promised. Love you all so much. I really do. Even the public hugs.
I guess,
See, that
Sebastian,
right
what I
there,
would need for you, hold on
I
one
believe
second,
that
Lisa.
happened.
Hold on one second, Lisa. What I would need, Sebastian, is for you to do some research and see if she had these kind of posts going on prior to her being on Potomac. Sometimes people, after they've gotten some celebrity, they put 20 on 10 on their social media. Not
So
saying that she
true.
faked it, but I would need to know that she has a history of, using her platform for whatever term she used, if you catch my drift.
Well, she got a new social media account ever since she came on to Potomac. Mims, are you frozen?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does a freeze where it looks like he's
okay.
staring, but he's really just
I'm
frozen.
so annoying.
yeah.
This is
I like looking
annoying.
at that handsome face, but not this. What I'm talking about though. When did she post it though? Did she post when they start filming, or
A
was
month
it after they
after.
start filming and then they got on her ass about that stuff like that? And they started talking, told her on that thing, or was it before?
Well, it is consistent because she did say in this episode that she did get a biopsy.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Mm. I
consistent.
mean, if you've never had
But
a
I'm
scare
just saying
before,
though,
sometimes
when
it
did she
does feel
post it?
like I
When
had a
did she
scare when I was
post? That's what
18
I
and
want
I
to
thought
know.
I had cancer, but really I just had a close encounter and I had to get a biopsy. So, like, to someone who's never had that or known anyone to have it, it might feel really real and you might be dramatic in that moment because you're scared. And then you kind of are like, oh, shoot, you know? So you never know. Still, she should probably be more responsible about it because she is in public eye,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I'm kind of nervous because Colby has joined the chat, and the last time he
Hey,
was up
Cody.
here, Colby was ready to fight me because I was talking about Giselle. So, Colby,
Oh
do you come
Lord.
in peace?
Uh-uh.
Not
Oh, of course.
Kobe.
Not gizzard.
Ah, come on. Don't hate. Don't do that.
Not
Goodness.
Kirby.
Wait, is
I love her the
Colby
same
pro
amount.
Giselle?
I love her just like her ex-husband does.
Colby
That's
is
Oh
probably gonna hit
damn.
Giselle up in the DMs soon.
Y'all just coming for the lady. But you know what, though? For Giselle, I think she's in her 50s. If she got people like you guys, youngsters in y'all 20s and 30s coming for her, then she's doing something right. Because not
I
many
think she's
people have people in their
beautiful.
20s. Yeah, I know
I
you
never
do.
said she was
I never
ugly.
knocked her for her
Wait,
looks.
Giselle's
I
younger than
knocked her for her
Karen?
I
style
just
and
said she
taste.
just don't
It's
have
just that
taste.
it's just that sometimes other people are just, I don't know, they just have an issue with her because she just sparkles when she walks in the room. So it's just they feel threatened. So at the
Girl,
end
Giselle's
of
I
the
have
younger
day,
bad
than
taste,
Baby,
Kobe.
ain't nobody. No. Kobe, Kobe, you
It's
lying.
loud
Stop
with
lying
her.
to yourself, baby. She ain't walking in no room making no damn sparkle, okay? She probably make a fire.
Oh, dang, Mims. That is
What?
so
well, I
Karen.
did.
wrong. That is so
The
wrong.
face in that picture is so
I'm not.
good.
She ain't making no sparkle every time she come in no
Uh,
room, baby. No. In
the
this
thing is
lifetime,
that
and
sometimes
ain't
people's
nobody jealous of her
personalities
neither.
make them look not as cute.
Okay, so since where are we at with Giselle? Okay, Colby,
Okay,
let's ask
well,
a Giselle question. Colby,
go for it.
what do you think about Giselle's house?
I think it looked great. I think it was a good makeover. I think everything finally matches. It doesn't look like two different houses. So I think she's doing it slowly but surely. And a good job for this sister getting out there, buying herself a home and improving it at her own rate and not going into debt,
Okay.
like other people from Married to Medicine. But this lady is sitting there, a mother, and doing it all. So I'm quite proud of her accomplishments. Every year we see a little more progress. Now, getting back to the Mia thing, I wanted to
So this is
also
what we're gonna
admit.
do.
Go ahead.
Y'all keep going. Give me like 5 minutes. We're about to do a whole location change.
Oh, shit.
So y'all keep going. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or less.
Okay. Go on,
Okay.
Kobe.
Well, I was just saying that I just think that at the end of the day, with the Mia situation, I think that anytime a person that's in tune with their body, especially a person that used to be a dancer,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel, and I think anybody actually, especially a woman, when they feel a lump somewhere, there's been so much media and marketing that says, oh, go get checked. You might have this, you might have that. So I
Mm-hmm.
think if someone feels a lump or something like that, they're going to automatically panic and go have some anxiety about it because you can go online and see people of all ages that have been affected. So you don't really feel safe until you get back your clearance. So I think that she just shouldn't have done it maybe publicly, but I think that's normal. I think anyone that gets a lump anywhere, until they know that they're absolutely okay, they might overreact or be paranoid. I just think
I
that's
agree.
actually
Yeah.
natural. So I don't think people should take it that way as if it's been, because what is she getting out of this? I mean, I don't think she's trying to milk it for what. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
just
because
think
she
at the end of
genuinely did have a scare.
yeah, I think so too. And I don't think many people would play with stuff like that. I just don't see that she would do that intentionally, especially using her own self. Like I would never use myself as an example just because I would be afraid. You know what I mean? So I just think that it's being blown out of proportion. And that's how I feel about that. Now, regarding Ashley, I want to say I do think that Ashley is a smart girl. I think anytime a woman like Ashley foregoes her carnal nature to be with men her own age and that men are fit and
Or
all
women.
of that
Or
stuff,
women.
or
Mm-hmm.
women, right, or women, and for her to be able to focus on this older guy and make him feel special for this amount of years and give him two beautiful children, and she's very flexible to his wishes. I think that she's a very a very she's a good wife, and I think she tries her best, and she deserves everything that she's getting at the end of the day. And I think she's very smart. I know
She
many women
definitely
that
did
were,
a Girl
yeah,
Scout
her kids have
prize.
generational wealth. You have to look at it like this before people hate on her. Ashley is the one out of that family that took them from under the bridge to where the next generation is going to be on another level
Don't
financially.
forget about Uncle Lump. Uncle Lump did never live under the bridge now.
He may not. I'm not saying he did. I'm talking about her and her mom or whatever, and her
Mm.
stepfather or whatever. But yeah, I'm not putting that on her uncle. But I'm just saying
Were they
she
really
just
under
sit
the
there
bridge?
and looked at her beauty. She was in pageants, and she took her beauty and she used it as leverage to go ahead and get her someone that owned a hotel that was important. She didn't go out there and play the streets and get tossed around from all these rappers. She saw herself a goal. She made it happen. She got the kids. She stayed the 7, 8 years, like she said. She has generational wealth for her children. I think she's a winner, and I think she's a great mom. And that's what I have to say about Ashley.
Okay. Ashley's, okay, that's actually not necessarily dumb, but she doesn't do things the proper way. If you're gonna legally separate, don't leave everything in the hands of Michael. Are you crazy? Stand up for yourself and your children. Get a lawyer. Get a lawyer.
Thank
That's
Get
true.
a
But
lawyer.
another thing I'm going to say too about
Yeah,
Ashley
that's
that I admire,
surprising.
you don't see Ashley taking Michael's money out there buying Birkins and wasting money on
Okay,
fashions and
wait.
labels.
That's
Wait a
true.
minute. Wait a
She
minute.
I'm
wasn't
just,
allowed
Wait a
to.
minute.
it's
Wait a
just
minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Birkins and Kellys are investments that triple and quadruple
no,
on the
I
secondary
understand
market.
that.
They
Okay,
are
I know you know more
investments.
about that than me.
Diamonds are an investment. I'm not.
Corey, how many do you own?
I don't own anything because I don't make that kind of money.
No, how much
I
you
own diamonds. Yes,
I
I
was like,
do.
I was like,
I
you
own
and
furs.
Sebastian.
Yes, I do.
because you're defending those investments. I'm like, damn.
Because they are an investment.
I
What
can't.
I do is follow secondary markets with Chanel and Hermes. They triple and quadruple in price. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I
They
Well,
just
I
feel
still
do.
like
don't
I
see
don't
her
know how
She's
long
doing
it's
that.
gonna
actually
last.
telling the truth. Birkins do appreciate in
They
value.
don't depreciate. Neither do Chanel.
Do they still work for men
Especially in
too?
the secondary market.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anyone-
Birkins appreciate, and some Rolexes, not all. Some Rolexes
Some do too.
appreciate.
That's all not frivolous. Diamonds appreciate. Ask Erica Jane.
But you know, at the end of the day, though, I think when you say it's an investment for the woman. It's not like an investment for the family. It's not as if the dude is going to
It
say
is.
during
It
hard
is.
times, "Can you
It
catch
is.
that person?"
It is.
It's her
There
purse
is
now.
a crazy
She
rich.
wants it.
Wait a minute. There is a crazy rich Asian in Singapore. Her name is Jamie Chua. Her husband was very rich. She met him as a flight attendant on Singapore Air. You know, when her husband left her, she took nothing but her Birkins and stuff with her. Her children could not eat. And you know what she did? She sold, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 Birkins.
Oh, damn.
And they were able to, she has over 100. She has Himalayan Birkins. She has Himalayan Birkins with diamonds. This woman turned that stuff into food for her children and a place to live.
Maybe
Okay?
I'm investing.
So they are very good investments.
But my thing is, what if you're like in war-torn lands and no one's there to buy your bird?
Right.
Smuggle it out. Smuggle
Like,
it out.
you need like
When the
Birkins aren't
Russians
gonna feed
left,
your
when
family
all of the
then.
Russians left after Alexander was assassinated, they took all their jewelry with them. You want to know why? Because that's how they started over in another country. Smuggle them out, or smuggle a couple out.
He's a mule. Just do it.
Well, the
Yeah,
point that
that's a lot.
although
That's a
your
lot.
point is
That's a
taken,
lot of people do that. They you
I'm
right.
just
You right.
saying,
Corey. A lot
Not
of people
everyone is
do
able to do
that. A lot
that.
of people
So.
do that.
But if
Because
you
you can
have it
always
and you
sell
need
your
it, you can
furs
use
and
it.
meats. You can always sell.
The only person that didn't do that was Sheree.
but the point that I was making is that when you look at Ashley, he
But we
doesn't
don't know.
look
She probably
like
did
he's
do that though.
rich.
I don't think Ashley was
She-
allowed to spend Michael's money like that. I
She
think he
wasn't.
put her on a budget. That's why she's in
She wasn't.
Cargill.
That's why she has no jewelry. That's why she was wearing Fashion Nova.
You
That's why
never
she
saw her
has
wearing anything expensive.
maybe Yves Saint Laurent bag every once in a while. Ashley
I
was
think
pretty
Ashley is
cheap.
smart with her money. I may not like her, but now that
That's
we
what I
find
was
out
saying.
she wasn't paying one bill, that meant that she's probably been stacking her Potomac
Oh my,
checks.
I would hope.
yeah.
Yeah, you know that she had a secret account in her maiden name somewhere, putting little allowances in
In the
over those
Caymans.
8 years. Yep.
You can't have money in the Caymans anymore
Why?
because it has to be taxed now. There are no more money overseas that's not taxed by the U.S. government anymore.
Who instilled that?
Even Swiss?
The U.S., even Swiss.
Kobe, did we cut you off?
Well, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to make that point. I think that her point was well taken, and with that, I'm just saying, I just don't see Ashley wearing labels. I don't see her even obsessed, even with all that extra feminine accessories. Period. I just see she's very practical. That's what I see in her, and she's very into her children. And I'm just saying, although she's a little messy, she looks like she loves being a mother. She's into her family, and I don't really see her as like a wild street person. So I look at her when she gets her money. I don't think she's going to be flying like Mary Cosby to go get fashions and wasting her money. I think she's going to be very practical. She may start a business. She's going to save. And that's what I think about her. But I want to make a comment about Wendy, what you were saying earlier. I do think that Wendy does look down on people if they're not as educated as she is. She made comment like that to Karen, to where Karen had to say, look, Ray has got his PhD, because she was insulting Karen as well as Ashley and everyone. So I just really see that maybe at first I thought that she was just insecure because the other girls are pretty. So she wanted to say, hey, look, I'm not a beauty queen or anything, but I'm extremely educated. I have value. So I kind of looked past it. But then she started to become abusive with it, where she was insulting people's intelligence because they didn't have a degree. And then the ones that did have the degrees, like Giselle, I mean, I really thought that she did with Karen. I mean, when you go back and look at some of those videos with Karen, she was quite rude. And for example, when we look
cannot
at
do this, Colby. We literally cannot do this. Yes,
Okay.
Wendy did use her education as a weapon, but that's only after Karen looked down on her because she wasn't in the right zip code. She didn't look the certain way. She didn't have the money that Karen had to dress like Karen was dressing at that point. We're not going to pretend
We can't
like
put
these
that on
women
Karen,
do
though.
not.
Okay.
Karen did the
Okay.
same thing.
Okay.
Karen
But that was
started
never
the show
confirmed,
with
man.
that. Was what?
That was never confirmed that was the reason as to why Karen didn't like her. Karen just didn't like her. And she made it seem like it was because of that committee and her, whatever happened on that committee. So it wasn't just, I looked down
We're
on
not
her
going to
or whatever.
pretend
Because when you
like
look at
we're
her,
not
she's
going
the
to
same
pretend.
color as Candiace.
Yeah, I feel you, ma'am.
Candiace has money. Candiace's family has a pedigree. There is a difference between Candiace, who can say that both my parents are doctors and they're spending 100,000 plus to have a wedding, and Wendy, who has her hairline here, doesn't look like the rest of the girls, doesn't have the money that the rest of the girls has. They made so much fun of the fact that she lives an hour or two outside of the DMV area. There is a difference, and we're not going to pretend like these other girls do not look down. Now, their stuff might be superficial, but Wendy came back with, okay, I have education, and that's something that Karen, you do not have. Now, do I think that is right?
Karen
No,
does
but I
have
don't
an
think.
education,
I'm saying Karen was raised on a farm.
but she
Karen
went to
doesn't.
college though.
She still did.
Acts.
Yes,
Karen acts like she is Whitley Gilbert, and she is not.
Oh,
She did not come
That's
from.
fitting, actually. That fits. That fits, actually. But one thing I'd like to answer regarding this, Mims. When has Karen ever said, okay, so we have seen Wendy insult people and say, well, you don't have a degree. So when have I seen people like Giselle or Karen use their beauty and say Wendy isn't pretty, or she's not as cute as us, or anything like that, to use that to make her
they've
feel
always
bad?
said she was
I've
pretty.
not seen it. And actually,
Okay,
Robin
case
always
in
said she was
point. Case in
beautiful.
point. The first time that Giselle met Monique, and all she saw was this woman. She didn't see that she got out of that Bentley. She did not see that she had all those homes. The first thing she says is, "I'm looking for a home." Oh, you don't have a home? It's that kind of stuff. It is plausible deniability. I'm
Amen.
looking down
Okay,
on you and I'm
that is
judging
true.
you.
Amen.
I'm
True.
like
Amen.
That
Amen.
Then she
Amen.
hated her
That's how
and
it
then
is.
once
They
she
choose
found
what
out that
bitch
she
they
had
want to
everything
hear.
that Giselle could not
Can I say something?
maintain.
This is what I'm tired about
Yeah.
all these shows. This is what I'm saying something about all these shows. All these women act like they come from like generational wealth. Like they are the
Karen does.
Rockefellers, like they are the
Yeah,
Rockefellers
Karen
or the
does come
Wilsons.
from generational
We're
wealth.
Or
not
they
gonna
born,
call.
they
We're not
born,
gonna
or
say
they
that a
born
peanut
into the
farm is the
Queen
same
family.
coming from
Let me
like the
tell
Hilton
y'all something.
dynasty. Stop it.
These
It is
women,
generational wealth. They
oh,
want
It's not
Hold on,
No,
like.
Mims.
but
Hold
oh,
on, Mims. We're
Uh,
not gonna do
these
this.
women,
yeah,
That's
this
not
is
what
new
we're not
money.
y'all
gonna
are
do.
like.
This is new
I
We're not
money.
gonna do
usually am
This
extremely
is new money
level-headed.
they
Y'all know
have.
I can be shady,
Okay.
but y'all are acting like these women do not look down on other people and
I
are
didn't
not
say they
elitist.
didn't. I
That
didn't
is
say
what
they
y'all are
didn't.
doing.
I
I'm
didn't
not
say
saying they
I
didn't.
didn't say that.
no, they are being.
I'm saying about the
But that's
hue.
what I'm talking
We're
about. They
talking about
act
the
like they
colorism.
old
Karen
money
has
and they not
generational
old
wealth
money,
in
they
her
new
family.
money.
That farm is
Ashley's new
generational wealth.
money.
It is generational wealth, but
Candace's mom
like,
and dad is
okay,
But
new
not on
money.
the level
sorry.
that
I'm
she is
sorry. I'm
flexing
so sorry,
now.
guys. I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm gonna let you go next, but I'm hot. When Karen came on, she was, oh, my husband is the Black Bill Gates. First off, that
Yes,
is the
Karen
most
is a
stupid
butt.
thing to do. You are minimizing the generational wealth that your husband built by saying that he is that wealthy white man. He's the black Bill Gates. It sounds stupid. I didn't like it from the
I
very
never said
beginning.
I never said she wasn't
But
stupid.
that's the
It
way that
sounds
she
stupid.
this it's an air that people put on. I'm around wealthy
Yeah,
people all the time. And the ones that make me want to vomit are the ones that feel
like
like their
Karen
wealth makes
and
them
Wendy.
better than the next person. It pisses me off.
Wendy
You
makes
are
me want to
not
vomit.
special because you have money. You're not special even with the Wendy stuff in education. She's not special because she got an education and some
But that's
people
how she
didn't.
acts, though.
But
Okay,
that was
okay,
you come
As
for me, I'm gonna come
retaliation.
back for you.
okay. So,
It's
Mims, I have an example for you then. Okay, so for example, when you watch Married to Medicine, when you look at the actual doctors that are on there,
mhm.
very rarely do you see. Heavenly has done it, but rarely do you see the other doctors on there check and disrespect Quad or Mariah
Mhm.
or what was the other one for not having a degree. They'll call them an MSRD or something, still giving them some sort of credibility as if they're married to a doctor, like they know something, like a joke. But they never, those educated doctors, they never sit there and say, Toya, you're this, you're that, you ain't got no education, you're below me, you're beneath me. Do you how many degrees do you have, Toya? I've never seen any of those
Okay,
educated
I
doctors
got
But
you,
over
you
those
Kati.
think
Hold
they're
years
on, hold
saying
on,
that
do
they
one
that.
got
second.
their MRS
Hold on,
is not
one second, Kati.
talking
And I
right?
know I'm sorry. I'm just hot. Actually, I'm physically hot. I don't think the AC is on in this room. But I want to say this. Yes, they do it as a
Low
retort,
budget.
as a response. Dr. Jackie, one of my very faves. When Heavenly was coming for her and she had enough, she checked the dog shit out of her without actually doing it. They were at the reunion, and I will never forget this. Heavenly was doing her whole thing. I'm a this, I'm a that. And so Jackie touched Andy and said, Andy, if you were on an airplane and you had a heart attack, would you want an OBGYN or a dentist to help you? And Andy said, and he laughed, oh, I would want the OBGYN. And Jackie just turned to the camera and said, I want to rest my case. Andy would prefer the OBGYN. Let's move on. Yeah, they people do trump each other if they've had enough. And I think that Wendy felt it. And I think that these women are not they're not RHOA, they're not Beverly Hills. Nobody is looking to Potomac for a lifestyle, but they came on. We're going to be the girls talking about culture. We're going to be the girls talking about pedigree. We're going to be the girls with the black Bill Gates. They came on all looking janky. They came on, none of them had these fabulous homes or lived behind the gates like we thought that they were. And they looked down on people even before they had it. When they did have it, i.e., Giselle, if Giselle every hue would have made it, there's no way that we could have deflated her
But you know,
ego.
it's okay. But Mims, one thing though, it's very you really see when Giselle does something, but when Monique does it, because yeah, Giselle did make that comment about the house because she didn't know her, and Monique talks very urban. She doesn't have like that. She doesn't talk with that grace
Definitely.
that you know. So it was very easy for Giselle, not knowing her, to think this was some hood chick because Monique kind of has a little bit of that in
So
her
I'm going to judge you
personality.
because I think you're from the hood.
Yeah,
You were
that's
in
That's
a
probably what
rent.
it
true.
is.
You
I'm
were
just being honest. That's
in
probably
a
what she did.
rental
That,
in the
that's
slums
Stereotype.
probably
of Potomac, season one.
I'm just saying that's probably what happened. But what the response from actual Monique was she put Giselle out of her house during a party. She went
She
to
should
ruin
have.
Sherman's
I'm all
reputation.
talking trash
She
about me
ruined
and my
Sherman's
home.
reputation. She spread
Okay.
rumors of
Great.
just please, can I finish, please? She ruined Sherman's reputation. She spread rumors about the man so much so to where the man didn't even want to look at Monique's husband in the gym anymore. He didn't even give him eye contact anymore. She ruined and she destroyed that marriage. She went ahead and brought Sherman's ex-wife to the party with Giselle while she was currently dating him. Then
Mm.
she also went ahead and dug up all of this stuff on the
I'm not a
pastor.
Monique
And
fan
then she
either.
was, all I'm saying is that Monique got her back 10 times over. And they said that supposedly she was crying at the reunion and they cut it out. So she got hers back, whether we saw it or not. And we all know it. They broke her down. She had the book. She was telling stuff. So at the end
Mm.
of the day, y'all, people act like this woman is not in pain and she doesn't have a solid relationship. They just think because of her beauty that she can just survive off of that. I'm certain she wants a husband or someone that's loyal to her and that treats her well. And even though I was a little hard on Chris, but Chris's devotion to
A
Candiace,
little.
I'm sure Giselle wished she had something like that. Someone that was concerned about her every move and every aspect of her life. So I actually feel bad in her way. She will eventually find somebody. But I'm just saying, people just attack her like she's so, and she doesn't really have anything. Do you remember that scene where the girls were like, "Mommy, when are you going on a date? When are you getting a man?" Like, it's bad. It was pathetic. They was keeping it real. Like, just people, they
Then
see
don't
this
be the
glamorous
then
Oh
person,
Kobe,
gosh.
but
do
they
not be the girl that goes up to somebody and says, "Is this what cancer, no cancer looks like?" That's why I
no,
can't
that was
take
horrible.
Giselle.
That was horrible.
That
That
was
was
terrible.
disgusting.
That was
I cannot
disgusting.
That was
take
horrible.
her.
Oh, that
I'm
was
sorry. And
I agree.
Lisa,
You
I
got me
cut
with
you
it.
off.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to defend this.
spare me the
I
whole
won't.
Giselle
No,
sympathy.
that was
Lisa, you're muted.
Okay. What I was trying to say was that I am so tired of all these women on all these shows. They come on like they are old money, like the Vanderbilts or the Rockefeller. Even they pretend like they the Windsors. You ain't no new money. You new money. You not old money. Some of these, especially in the black community, like Candice mom and daddy, it's new money. They not old money, but they work hard for it though,
Well,
and
now
they
what they
want that.
can't?
And I
You
What
can
did
don't know
Candace
that for
do?
I
sure,
can
Lee.
understand. I'm gonna tell you something about me, and I'm gonna tell you straight up.
What's
My
up?
daughter, I would want my daughter
Hey,
married
Valine.
somebody who has a good education, she have a good job, who wants somebody going to have good credit, have a good economic job,
Mm-hmm.
so they can take good care of her. I would want that. Now, for what she wants, I would have to just accept it and just move on. Like Mama Dorothy wants somebody. She didn't want Chris. She had to accept Chris because that was Candace wanting.
Exactly. And that's
She
why I
wanted.
was like so
That's
concerned.
why you always seen. That's why you always seen fathers. You always seen fathers and brothers, and I always give they daughters husbands jobs, even though he was a buffoon. Even the husband was even though they daughters the sisters was husband was a buffoon. They gave them jobs. I'm for real. We hear about this all the time. I know how I heard it when a father knew what I got an asshole son along, he ain't no damn good. But he'll put him in a job, make sure that his daughter has a income coming in, a good income coming in to support so this man can support his daughter. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I hear you, Lisa.
That's what
I have a question for
Cotty,
you,
and
really quick.
we got one. I
my
think we
original
cut
point
Cotty
was
off.
my original
Let her
point
go now.
was this is new money wealth on this show. Everybody want to act like they come with some kind of predicate. You not. You not know. Oh, this is new money. Stop acting like you come from wealth from 5 generational wealth because you don't.
You
This is
don't know
new money.
exactly how far back Candace's mother's wealth goes. Truthfully.
yeah. Well,
Well, she acting like Whitney. Go ahead, Cotty B, and then Sebastian.
Oh
So-
man.
really,
Uh, I
I
don't know
ain't.
where we even got on this pedigree because it don't even matter. It literally doesn't matter. If I was
okay, so
1 year
if you don't
old,
want to talk about
my
that,
money was long regardless. So
can we talk about the cancer, no cancer thing?
okay. I think I don't think Mia was lying about the whole cancer
What do
thing.
you think about Giselle going up to this woman,
Oh,
haven't seen her in months, and saying, "Is this what
Horrible.
cancer, no cancer looks like?"
Tacky.
Horrible.
it's very tacky, and I mean, but what do you expect from Giselle? She
Exactly.
has no class,
Yeah, we're like not even
Amen.
shocked at this point.
right? I mean, but you wonder why she's always alone. She hateful.
True.
Don't nobody want to be around
Yeah.
that mess.
Yeah, it's negative vibes.
Yeah, I can't defend that comment. That was horrible right there. But I do have a question for you, men. Don't you've seen Candace's antics over the years. I actually felt that Candace was the
Oh my
one that
gosh.
I felt has the most elite personality. Like when she insults people, when she used to get into little spats with people online, she would be like, she called
Hmm.
people bums and just some of the roaches and the sort of words that she used. Because I've been around a lot of rich people too, you know. And
She's a
the type of
disaster.
words that she used to describe people sound,
Horrible. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
To
I
me,
mean, I think that she's a
I
I've never
will
heard
disaster.
say
Giselle
her
call anybody a roach.
Instagram live that you posted was kind of hilarious and very entertaining.
The who?
Candice's Instagram live that you posted the other
Oh,
day.
Oh, I could not watch that.
it
Oh.
was full of what Kobe just said. I mean, she does. If she feels insulted, she's gonna hit you wherever. Top, bottom, doesn't really matter.
I was just laughing at like drunk Chris in the background and him being loud and it just being like ridiculous.
Chris was drunk.
He was
Chris Instagram be funny.
Where's Sebastian?
Instagram,
I'm
because
right
I've been on
here.
him several times live. He be
Wait,
funny.
there's a new person
Especially
on
at
here,
nighttime.
Chronicles.
That's
He's
my
not
son.
new. That's Corey's son,
That's
and
my
we
son.
keep cutting Sebastian
Oh.
off. Sebastian, I'm sorry, and Lisa, we'll let you go again. But Sebastian,
Oh, I didn't know that was Brandon.
he's been tied. He's been
Mhm.
waiting.
It's okay. I'm very patient.
Oh,
You're actually kind of shady.
I'm very patient. I am very patient.
fatally
I can-
patient.
You're patient but shady.
First of all, Candiace is the most disrespectful one here. She is the one that's the most disrespectful and that looks down to people the most on this show. Candiace.
Facts.
That is a
Sebastian.
fact.
Go ahead.
That is a fact.
Nah, I'm gonna say
It is the truth. Candiace looks down most to people. But one thing I will say is Ashley told her, well, I'm in your mama's house, not yours, because she don't have a home. And she still doesn't have a home because it's probably her mama paying that mortgage.
Oh wow.
First of all, if I was her mother and father,
What does
I
that
would
matter?
I would never pay for a wedding for a man who has to support his kids through child support. Never.
Wait, what?
Chris pays child support
Okay.
for his children. I would never allow my child
He
to marry someone like
should
that.
be taking care of his children.
No, he's saying like
You have to be
legally
put
he's
on
being
paper.
forced to instead of just like providing for them.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
like
you
the
can
law
turn
has
around
been
later in life
enforced.
if you never got any money. Yeah. Honestly, this whole her
Good
mama
point,
paid
Sebastian.
for it. Like this is literally how you keep generational wealth. But for some reason, y'all never say anything when the white folks do it. When they go buy houses for all their kids and everybody on the come up. But
I have an
suddenly,
issue with that
Thank
too.
you, thank you,
you
thank
grown.
It's
you.
true.
Go
It's
out there
really
on
how
your own and
you
start all the way from the bottom. Even though I'm already up here, let's just keep the family up here. No,
Mhm.
I gotta kick you out because you got a man now, and y'all need to struggle. I don't know what the hell is up with this whole struggle love type of stuff.
Well,
I mean, I
Oh,
think it's
no,
an
I-
American thing because there's
It's
so
not
many
an all
other.
American thing. Not
There's
all
so
American
many.
people do it.
Well, I don't.
Enough of them do.
So I do know that there are other communities, South Asian,
Latina.
a lot of people from the islands. They do
East
these things like called co-ops and stuff like that, where they pull their wealth, they build up one person's wealth, then that person reinvests in the other people who help them get there. I don't see that a lot in America, just me personally, unless. I feel like I'm about to get in trouble here, but I don't care. I don't see that. A lot of times I see people saying, "I want you to do well, but not better than me,"
Mhm.
and
Right.
I don't like
Yeah.
that. But Sebastian, I'm sorry, we interrupted you. Sorry,
what you're saying is
Sebastian.
completely true. What you're saying is completely true. Candiace is a spoiled brat.
I
And
did
another
not say
thing
that.
is, I think Mama Dot, I'm going to say this. I know it's going to be controversial. Mama Dot as well. I do think Mama Dot was a spoiled brat in her childhood as well. I do think her family got it like that because there's no way she's like that on TV. The way she demeans Candiace and her husband and her marriage, as much as I don't like them on TV, it shows that she was raised with something.
Mama Joyce does the same thing, and she was broke.
That
Pretty
the way
much.
Mama Joyce does it and the way Mama Dot does it are two different ways.
Mama
We
Dot-
see
That's
it.
true.
Just
Two
went
different ways.
mama and now she's like a narcissistic little monster.
I think that for Ashley and Candiace, and we do need to get back to the cancer thing. I think that for Ashley and Candiace, they are both what each other wanted to be, right? Like Candiace wanted to have the title that Ashley had, but Ashley always wanted a parent who could support her, and Candiace had that. And technically, I mean, They're both small, petite women. They're both beautiful.
They are.
I think that's why they naturally repel each other because neither will actually have what the other one has. It's very weird. But cancer, no cancer. We got Really B on the panel. What did you think about Giselle saying, "Is this what cancer, no cancer looks like"?
I think it was Giselle understanding the assignment. Giselle knows what her job is.
How do
And I just think that's what it
mute
is.
somebody?
I mean, Giselle understands the assignment.
Well, if the assignment is to be evil, I guess.
That's
Really,
what. No,
really?
that's exactly what her job. Giselle's
Yeah,
job is.
yes.
Giselle's job is to be the mean girl. Giselle's job is to stir the pot. If you look at all of these franchises, every franchise has a Giselle, and that's her job.
That's not mean girl. That's like wicked
Satanic.
witch.
Okay, this is kind of messed up. So Giselle gets to be the mean girl, but when Candiace does it, it's a problem.
Candiace
I don't like either one of them. So
Candiace, I don't
Candiace
like
is
I mean, both
nasty
of
with
them.
it.
Both of
Candice
them
goes
are
too
very-
far.
She
Oh,
does.
Like I
Giselle
felt
does
bad.
You know the
Do you remember
bum.
Mia was giving Candace's mother a compliment? She was like saying, "No, your mother." Nah, Candace had already insulted her mother, and Mia was like, "No, I look up to Dorothy. She's an intelligent woman. Like I would love to be like her one day." And Candace insulted her mother again. That's when the salad toss happened. Remember when they was on the bed? She's like, "Oh, I look up to your mother. Your mother's an intelligent woman. Like everything that she's completed in her life." This is Mia giving Candace compliments, and she called her mother a bum again the same night. And that's when the style. So those type of comments where she knows that Mia's mother comes from a more lower economic class. So when she says bum, it kind of to regular people, it's like, oh, she just said bum. But she knew that Mia hit she hit that target. She knew exactly what she was saying. I know people like that. And she made that comment, bum. It's to let you know, regardless if you have money or not, Mia, no matter how many Benzes or whatever you drive, your mother's a bum and you're low class. That's what I heard, and that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So to me,
Wasn't that a
that turned out
Why
retaliation?
does everybody
Mia
think
saying
that
that
she's like
Candace's
that
song
though?
was low
I don't
budget.
believe
Candace
she's like
Your
is.
that.
mama's
I
low
really
budget.
don't. I don't
That
believe she's
music
like
video
that.
was low budget.
Okay, one at a time.
Really, Lisa?
I don't believe she's like that. What I believe is
Really?
when you come at her, I believe when you come at her, just like they said on last reunion, she comes at her, she go deep. She go for the juggler and she keep going. She keep going till she get to that juggler. And sometimes when you make me mad like that, I go for the juggler too. Don't come at me if I ain't come. Don't send for me if I ain't sent for you. I ain't tell you to come to me. Don't come for me because I ain't got
But
time for it. I'm gonna get you together.
It typically is Lisa has a
She
point.
get them together. She get their ass to goddamn together when
I
when they come
disagree.
for her.
I
That
I
is
I
true.
feel you,
disagree.
because I'm gonna get you to the white meat, and I don't care how you feel about it.
Ooh,
Mission accomplished.
Dang.
no,
I
but don't you
disagree
come for me.
because people say
Don't
that
you
all the
come for
time.
me. Don't
People
you
and then
come
that's
for
why she
me.
was
Yeah, you
holding her
can't do
room and
that
got
all the
snatched
time,
up
though.
too.
And
No mission
don't
accomplished.
Say what?
call my
Ain't
dream.
nobody ever
Don't call
smacked
my
me up.
dream no
Never
low
in
budget
life.
dream.
I got
Because you call my
We
dream a
know.
low budget and I've been working for a low budget. Oh baby, I'm
but
cutting out the head, the tail, and everything else in dream with my mouth.
So what did
And
you
if
want me to
you
say?
don't
That
like
it
it,
was
you can
nice?
shove it. I don't blame Candace.
but
I don't
but I
blame
disagree.
all the women go not together. She right, she got Mill ass together.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So
That's what I
I
be
get
coming
what
for,
I
baby.
get what Lisa's saying. For Candace, it's not always a situation where she goes too far. It's like don't poke the bear because you know she'll go too far. But you rarely see Candace stirring that pot. Candace
But
will
see, that's what I was
But
gonna
retaliate.
Pooh was just
say. I
talking
have to
about
I
her.
have
She
Candace
to
wants to
goes too
disagree
call
far
because
Taylor
We
for
gotta
again.
we gotta let
ma'am,
Really
He
B
could
respond.
I have to
That was
disagree on
a
that
hell
because
of a
people say that all the
fucking
time that Candace doesn't start it, Candace doesn't start it. Candace absolutely starts a lot of shit. She absolutely does.
Amen.
Thank
In
you.
her
Homie.
confessionals, she says a lot of stuff in her confessionals that people respond to. Candace does a lot of she does, and I'm sorry of the I'm sick of that narrative of Candace doesn't start stuff. Yes, she does. Candace's mouth
But
is
it's like the
lethal,
chicken or
and
the
she's
egg.
always starting shit, and people
Of
respond.
course.
And yes, Candace is one of those people where if you poke her, she's gonna slit your throat. Yes, she goes all the way to the white meat, and that's what turns a lot of people off with Candace. But we're gonna stop with this whole Candace doesn't start it. Yes, she does.
She does.
Sure
Amen.
does.
But
Oh
that's her.
boy,
But that's
in
her
terms of Mia, she
confessional.
did not
She got
start
the
it.
right to say anything she want to say in her confession, like all of them do. All of them shade everybody in their confessional. They showed. Look at
And she's
Kevin and
aware that they
Giselle.
all
all
talk
But
do.
about
all I'm
That's why I
her.
can't. That's
right,
why I
but all
can't
I'm
even
So
say
saying is
nothing.
let's
That's why
stop
I
acting
just
like
got to watching
Candace
the
doesn't
reunion
do it though.
today.
That's all I'm saying.
In the situation that we're talking about, specifically about Candiace saying those foul things about Mia's mom. In the episode before, Candiace said that the low budget thing is really what got her and it's about her craft. But I think the real issue was Mia, being a new person, should have never gone up to Candiace's mom to try to get information. We all see the TV show. We know Candiace's mom is like Candy's mom. So I'm not going to get my mom for saying it because I know that she's that kind of person. But I will get you for trying to get information about my husband. I
Yeah,
would have
because
a
she knew
problem
what she
with
was
that
doing.
too. She, not saying that Candiace does not make shady comments in the thing. I think
Amen.
it's a prerequisite. They all have to do that. But there's a difference between making shady comments in a confessional and going up to somebody and saying cancer, no cancer. There's a difference between meeting somebody for the first time and saying, oh, you don't have a home. Meanwhile, you're renting. You call that woman's husband big boy, but you can't even keep Jamal Bryant. You
Oh,
know
wait
what
a
I
minute, but
mean?
hold on, let's be clear. I'm in no way, shape, or form defending Giselle. All I'm saying is she's doing what that's I'm no Giselle fan, and I'm certainly no Giselle defender. All I'm saying is your question was what do I think about it, and I'm saying that's what she does. Like, I'm not shocked at anything that Giselle does or says. My only issue is she seems to always be shocked when people retaliate. That's my problem. Like, girl, you like when Mia said when Mia's response was "F you," I was here for it. That's exactly what she's supposed to get. She was, you know what I mean?
Not
I
the
know
But
Giselle
drama.
I
always
wasn't
like
shocked by
grasps
it.
her invisible pearls, and it's like, what are you doing?
Right. Did she want to sit there and act like she was offended? Girl, like, you who does that? Like, who walks up to somebody and just be like, well, I just felt like you were just trying to get some attention. Like, it just seemed like attention seeking behavior. But it was clearly she was clearly doing that's what she does. Like, every show has it. On Married to Medicine is Dr. Heavenly. On Real Housewives of Atlanta is Kenya. Like, every show has it.
Guys, I think some people trying to come in. Does anybody mind dropping down for a minute? I'll bring you back up.
I will. I'm getting tired. Thanks, guys.
All right, it was
Good
good
night,
seeing you,
Tosh.
Tosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you were still trying to come in, go ahead and jump on.
I gotta go
Okay.
too, ma'am.
Say that again.
I gotta go too, ma'am.
All right. Well, it was always a pleasure, Anubis.
Thank you.
Keep your mom in check.
I know you better.
Well,
I know you better. You gonna get him cut.
yeah.
Don't get the baby. Don't get the baby murder meals.
What's up,
Don't get
Kai?
him murdered.
Where
Hi
are you at? What were
everyone.
your thoughts?
Hi,
What were your
Kai.
first
Hi.
thoughts of this episode?
I think it was an okay premiere. I don't really see where the extra 15 minutes went. I still don't like Football Head. I knew she was playing with us from the beginning because I've been bragging on her about how they live in that penthouse with those 2 children. So if this is a way for her to get a house, I can see that because this is just all strange, all weird, and I just find it so funny that now she wants to tell us she doesn't spend any money and she doesn't know how much money Michael makes. And she's thinking because the prenup has expired, that it's just a free-for-all. That's not how that works. You will be spending a lot of money still in lawyers trying to break everything down because Michael talked her out of a post-nup agreement. So I'm tired of her playing in our face. She still likes Gollum, and I'm over it. Mia, I don't care for Mia. She's a liar. She likes to be emotionally manipulative. And so I think even if she had a scare, she was very much so purposeful in the way she used it. And I don't like that. Those are my 2 thoughts right now.
I'm still tripping. Did you call the woman football head?
Yes, Football Head, Stewie Darby, and also the one who was talking about she don't spend money on Birkins. It's because, as she said, she isn't paying for anything. You think Michael gave her free access to his money? Of course she wasn't spending money like that.
Football
Had her
head,
with the
though?
basic baby strollers and everything and a basic Audi Q5.
Football head.
So yes, she was not living a multimillionaire's life. So of course, she's not buying the Birkins. She barely has the Chanel. Of course.
Well, he took the Porsche from her when he put her in that apartment.
Mims, help me out. Because do we all not remember him kicking her out of his penthouse? His penthouse to a studio and returning her rented Porsche. And she lived there for a year until he allowed her back into his penthouse.
Amen.
Well, legally, he couldn't do that. She had to leave under her own will. He can't put his wife out legally. So
no, that's what she said.
If
she literally said that.
But he can't get rid of her.
Well, he did for a year. She literally said he went into her closet, took her clothes out, and left.
She left.
I think the thing is, I think that Ashley was well aware that she had not come up on her 5-year point at that point. She had lost $2 million on that restaurant, and she knew that she couldn't make too much waves. So if Michael put her out and was willing to take her back, I think that was always her mindset. Like, okay, I'm going to do whatever I need to get back to make sure that I hit the 5 years and then probably pop out a few kids to secure the
notice as soon as she went back, her tail got pregnant. Notice that.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, you know, Giselle had said in her confession about it, she said, yeah, she pregnant because she needs some money for her baby. She gonna make sure in that 5-year term, she gonna make sure she gets some child support and she gonna get spousal support. Okay, Giselle.
But I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean, but I think that she would have left Michael a lot sooner if her business had been successful. Yep. And she could have split from him and still had half of that business. She had to tuck her tail between her legs after that business failed.
Yep.
And then figure out, how am I going to secure the bag, for lack of a better term. What were you saying, really?
No, I was going to say, and I mean, I don't know how each law is written because I'm certainly no attorney. But I do know that in Maryland and in North Carolina, where Maryland has changed the law, but it used to be the same law in Maryland where you had to be separated for a year before you could get divorced, before you could file for divorce. But separated was defined as living in separate homes. If y'all did still live in the same house, you had to be able to prove to the court that, one, you were doing it for financial reasons, like y'all couldn't afford 2 separate residences, and you had to actually show the court that there were separate bedrooms. Like, you had to show there's a process to go through if y'all are still going to live in the same house. And so I say all that to say that even though technically they want to say, oh, well, we have to be separated for a year, if y'all are still living in that damn penthouse, then the clock hasn't started yet. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to prove to a court that y'all can't afford to live in separate houses. And ain't no way in the world that y'all living in there's no more rooms left in that penthouse. Where Michael sleeping?
Where the children
I know where Michael's sleeping.
Y'all need, man.
You know what?
Okay, well, I have another comment too.
Sorry.
I think that when we said that Candiace goes to the white meat, when we say that Candiace goes to the white meat when she's like making comments about people, that is the reason as to why she got snatched up by Monique. Kenya goes to the white meat. That's why she got snatched up and dragged on a reunion. So going to the white meat, speaking reckless, not thinking of the consequences can get you beat up live. Candiace almost got de-wigged. She almost got de-wigged on TV. So she's very lucky. That could have even been way worse than what it was.
And so for Monique, because she got a glass to the face, didn't she?
No, baby. No, don't go there. Don't go there. So I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Monique knew who she was messing with.
I won't go back.
Okay, she was not gonna come for nobody else on that show but mud cans. Okay, because you see her ass up out that damn house when Charisse came from. When Charisse came up and her and Giselle was sitting there talking, Charisse said, "Where you came for Candiace, then why don't you talk to me?" She won her ass up out there like she's on the goddamn track field, baby doll. Because she already knew Cherie, whatever her damn name is, wasn't going to play with her, okay? She already knew who it was. She wasn't going to say nothing to Gigi and them. You see, she ain't fight Gigi. Gigi the one who put all her business out there, okay? So stop playing like Candiace.
We're going to look at Wendy the same way because...
got the right to say anything she want to say to them darn women because goddamn, because you're going to start, you got to finish it, baby doll. Okay, I'm so tired of telling her about her damn now. Don't you start nothing, you ain't gonna finish it now. And
Okay.
she
Wendy
say
said when
she ain't say
Wendy was
nothing to
with
she ain't say nothing,
Giselle,
she ain't say nothing, she was being comical with her. You see, she was twirling and stuff. Now Monique won't put her hand on some damn somebody because she couldn't put her hand on nobody else. She knew what she was
that's not
doing.
true.
Okay, and I
Candiace
don't
said
blame her.
drag me the
I
year
would sue the
before.
state. I
Drag
would
me
sue the
then.
state of Maryland.
Can we
When she
talk
was
about this
pregnant, she said
season?
drag me.
Can
So
we talk
all I'm
about this
saying the year
season?
before. So
I just
moving back,
joined.
I'm just answering her question. So moving back to what I was saying when she was saying that I want to say that Wendy, since Wendy was so aggressive as far as threatening Giselle that she'll drag her up and down in front of the cameras. Let's see when Mia pour that pitcher of lemon water on her. Let's see if she jumps bad at Mia like that. Let's see if her trigger is the same. Let's see if she jump up in Mia's face. Let's see if she do that.
What are
Because
you
she
talking about
didn't
now?
mind doing it to the girl with the green eyes. Let's see if she can do it to the 6 foot stripper. Let's see if Miss
Yeah, Wendy ain't about
Wendy,
that
the
life.
Miss on TikTok. Let's see if Miss TikTok is gonna get up and ball her fist up on Mia. That's what I'm waiting to see because she certainly didn't mind doing it to the green eyed chick. So let's see if she keeps the
Mm-hmm.
same energy.
What does her having
Keep
green
the
eyes
same
have anything to
energy,
do with
Wendy.
it?
That's what
Keep the
I keep
same energy.
wondering. What is up with the
Okay,
green eye,
sir,
green eye,
no,
green eye?
we don't want to toss those words around, but what does her having green eyes have anything to do with anything? They're
Because
both
that's
on a
her
TV
nickname.
show. I know, no, but it seems a different way. They're both on a TV show. Giselle said something, was spreading the rumor about her husband. She responded, which is what's supposed to happen on this TV show.
Well, someone
It's not the
physically
first.
pours a
You
pitcher
let
of
me finish,
water.
please.
That's a
Let me finish, please. Let me finish, please, because you've talked over a lot of people, and I've just joined, so I would like to finish my statement.
Uh-oh.
So I feel like I'm getting tired of women on this show. Their job is to trash each other, talk, have fun, build each other up, tear each other down, and move on. I'm so confused when we only allow certain women to do it, others not to. Giselle can do her job and talk on people's husbands, and people have a right to respond. And they make up or break up or do whatever they want to do. But instead, I'm still watching a TV show, and that's what I like to enjoy. So I would like for you to allow people to do so.
Okay, so I
Okay.
will respond with this. I understand what you're saying because I know that I come on here and I support a lot of women that I see that are being getting hated on. But when you said you like to see women get supported and you're getting tired of women getting hated on and being disrespected, I've heard
No,
you
I'm saying I like to
disrespect
watch
like the
them do
women
what
that
they're
are
going
on
to do on
drugs,
the
the
show.
mothers that were on addicted mothers. They're trying to get their lives clean.
Oh, God.
You didn't appear to have any sympathy for them, so that's not supporting women either. So if you want to be consistent and say you
Nor
want to see
is
women
being at
being
someone's
supportive
shoot and
and
talking trash to someone's mother and asking questions about their
I'm
husband and
just
their
saying, be
finances. So it
consistent.
goes both
Good
Be
night,
ways.
consistent. If we,
Mims.
Okay, have a good one, Corey.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, let's be
I'm gonna
consistent.
mute myself. Hold up.
No, I just want to watch a TV show, and every once in a while, it's something serious happening. Like, good God. Yes, you talked about your drug addicted mother. You come for me, it happens. We are all these mama jokes and all this kind of stuff. When did people get so sensitive?
I think I spelled fuse wrong. Y'all, we are a family here. We have a good time. I mean, this is just episode 1. I don't know how episode
I don't know either.
1 through
I just
20
joined.
is gonna
I'm gonna
go.
tell you something. I'm a big Candiace girl. I'm a big Candiace fan,
We
and I
can
get tired of
tell.
people come for her mouth. If she can say anything she wants to say, as long as she put her hand on you, she's not really saying nothing. Really, it's not true about them. Okay, stop coming. Some of you hate. You talking about I hate her mouth. I hate her mouth. What she coming for? Yeah, all of them say shady stuff in their confessionals and everything else. And like they said, and I can understand, yeah, sometimes she do go too far, but I can definitely understand where she coming from. Don't come for me if I didn't come for you in front of your face. They be trying to come for Ken in front of her face, and then when she cut them down deep, and I don't blame her. Don't come for me like that, cause I ain't coming
Okay,
for
guys.
you. I ain't come for you like that.
Um,
Can we
okay,
talk about
so
Mia's rented house?
jump on that and we're gonna do closing because it's already been 1:38 and this has gone off the rails. I know that, you know what though, let me not even lie because I've been on a lot of panels about Potomac and people really on this show have their faves. Either you love Candiace or you hate her. Either you
Yeah,
love
it
Giselle
can
or
be
you hate her.
toxic.
And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a moment a little bit earlier when
Oh,
everybody was I had a moment.
I
I
missed
don't
the
know
memes
it
because I was watching House of the Dragon. That's why I'm late. I love everyone, but I was watching House of the Dragon.
who's oh I have okay. I had a moment because it was like nobody was realizing how Giselle and Karen were elitist, but they were talking about Wendy, and it went left. As
Oh,
left
I
as
missed
I
it.
can go, because I'm usually pretty fair. So
I would have been on those training names. I'm sorry, I was.
turn a blind eye to
When did
that they
when did they talk about? I missed that. When did they talk about Wendy?
we
missed
were
that
talking
altogether.
about Wendy, and it went back to her being elitist about her degrees, and then I went in on Giselle and Karen being elitist. It was a lot. This show,
Oh, I missed all
this
of that.
show
Yeah.
elicits that type of response because people are really invested in it. So I get
Yeah,
it.
I'm saying as a reviewer, the fan base for this show, the fan base for Love and Marriage Huntsville, and the fan base for Basketball Wives is very toxic. I'm not calling the people on this panel toxic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the fan base, because like you said, people have their faves, but they go really overboard with their faves. Like they get really, really on those 3 shows. Whew, it could be a lot.
And you know what, to be honest, y'all, I don't really have a fave on this show. I don't like when I watch Potomac, it's just, I guess, pure entertainment. I'm not looking to them for like business advice. I don't really see them as being like the girls who have all the crazy, fashion sense. I'm entertained by them, but I don't have a favorite. Like I love Kenya. I look for Kenya on her show. This show is just a fun show. So close out, Kai. Where were you going?
I was just going to talk about real quick, like Mia's mental health and how like it all lines up with everyone knowing that G and his family started the business and Mia had no hand in it. And it seems like maybe G was paying her and he should know. This rented house I find so strange. It's also in the neighborhood of other people. So I don't know if this house was really gotten because it was, how there was like question if she would really be asked to come back on the next season, which is also why people were side-eyeing the announcement. So I don't know if this house was just like to help that along. Those are questions. And then just a quick response to the comment. I know this is a reality TV, but these are also somewhat people that reflect on what happens in real life. So I will kiki and rap, and when something serious comes up, I will speak on it. And I love joining everyone's panels and spending time because I watch Bravo by myself, and this is my family. So sometimes I do take it seriously, and other times I will laugh, and both are completely fine.
No, you are always more than welcome here, whether we are agreeing or disagreeing. I don't
No,
think
it's not
that's
y'all.
ever.
It was just someone in the chat saying I was taking it serious, whatever. I was just like, no, at a moment in time. It's just at some points it is fun and games, but certain things are like reflections of your life. So I like to have the discussions on that when we're talking about generational wealth or colorism or people being pathological liars, aka Mia, or people playing in our faces about divorce. These are all fun things, but also things that we can see people actually doing in their lives.
And Fifi, Robin, I think, looked more feminine in this episode than I've ever seen her. I thought she looked beautiful here. So I don't know that I would be calling her Rob Dixon anymore. She is now Robin. She looked gorgeous. She looked like we expect the housewife to look. I loved it.
Oh, Mims, don't. You better be careful. They may start hating on you for giving her a
I
compliment.
said she's beautiful. Oh, shut up, Kobe. I was like hating on me because I said she looked beautiful.
That's what happened to me. So, right, she is beautiful. And that's one of the problems. It appears that anytime I've come up on this panel, and Mims, you are my witness. I've come up on here, I've defended Monique when everyone was hating on her with the D.O. Hughley thing. I was one of the only persons to defend Tasha K when everybody was hating on her on multiple panels, and I've done it multiple times. I was the only one defending Kim Burrell, another dark-skinned person. I give one light-skinned woman a compliment, and people are coming for my throat. I can defend dark-skinned women all day long. I was the one talking about Tasha K's business against Cardi B. I was the one that was saying she was a good person, a mother, and we should give her some support. I don't judge people by their skin complexion. And you know that I've come up on this panel to defend those women. And I get and say one thing. Then I say that Chris, a clear man, is average. Then they come for my throat for calling him average. It just seems like sometimes I feel like they don't even want to hear a man's opinion on anything. I know that you do, Mims.
I appreciate Kobe being on my panel because he does give a different perspective. More often than not, he does not agree with the consensus. And I think that's probably why you feel maybe you've been targeted for your, responses.
Women, for example, not to cut you off, when you look at these women like Ashley and Giselle and all these girls, I'm not supposed to have animosity against them. Like there would be something mentally wrong with me if I was sitting there hating on these women, these beautiful, accomplished black women, finding a fault in everything they do. They are beautiful. They do impress me. I'm sorry. I am weak to that. So I don't have the same animosity against them that some people in the chat or some people on the panel have. I don't look at these women, these black women, and see what other people see. So my bad if that's the case. But as you know, Mims, I come up on here and defend all women, multiple women, all sizes, colors. Am I right? I have.
You know, I don't even know at this point.
I'm just saying. I don't want. I don't. It's like I don't want that message out there. You know what I mean? Because it's like being created, and it's just not true. You know what I mean? If other people, I'm just saying, I'm allowed to have an opinion. And that's the way that
I think if you look in the chat, people are saying they like hearing your opinion. They respect the man's opinion. We appreciate your voice. I'm triggered with the light skin criticism. Sally, stop. we love you, Colby. I mean, that's the good part, or the good part about my panels. I let you guys come up here and say what you want, because at the end of the day, we're all Bravo super fans. We all have a point of view. We all have a critique. We all, want to raise some people up and maybe, kind of like knock some other people off their high horses. But that's what it's about, to be honest. Unless anybody has anything like real that they really want to get out before we go, I just again want to
I
say,
want to say, Kobe, I love you on here. I love your
thank
content.
you.
Yes, we have different opinion, but I do love it. And anybody who got me, I'm just saying for myself, I don't understand why people just come for Candiace in her mouth all the time. This is my opinion, okay? And I don't think and this is me. I don't think Monique had the right to put her hands on Candiace. I
Me
don't
neither.
think so. I'm
okay,
sorry.
we're not going back down that rabbit hole.
No, I'm listening. I'm just explaining. I'm
I
just
love you,
explaining.
Felicia.
Kobe, I love you, and I love your opinion. You got the right to your opinion, to voice your opinion on him, like Mills wants you to. He loves this. He love honey. He love it, honey. He love when we go back and forth. Look at he got a smile now. That little handsome smile he got. Look at that little handsome smile he got. So Kobe, I do appreciate you, and I do
Thank
thank you
you.
for your content. Come on,
Thank
come
you
Okay,
on.
very
guys,
much.
thank you.
And I'll go ahead
I
and
do
drop down.
appreciate that, Lisa. And yes, Colby, don't stop coming. We enjoy it even when we don't. Kai, you too. Don't read the comments. The comment section, you're up here on the panel. Just give your opinion. Don't even worry about that. Guys, when we started, I thanked you guys because I reached 9,000 subscribers yesterday. I'm really nearing my 10,000. I appreciate you guys so
Congratulations.
much for coming up
Congrats,
here.
congrats, congrats.
Thank
Congrats,
you
congrats, congrats.
for coming up here with me and being on my panel, and for all my subscribers. I appreciate it. And for my members, I definitely appreciate you as well for supporting my channel. It's been a roller coaster. I never expected to hit 9,000 subs. It's been about maybe like 14 months now. I just never expected it. So my channel keeps growing and you guys are growing with me. And even though I had a whole set change, y'all stuck with me. Y'all stuck with me earlier when my stuff was going in and out every 2 minutes. So it looks like we might be in here for a while because that didn't happen. So thank you. Good night. I will see you guys very soon. Huh?
Congratulations, darling. Congratulations. We can have a party. We got to have a party.
I definitely will have some type of party at 10K. That feels like a big number.
It
10K
is.
feels like significant, like really significant. Not that 9 isn't, but I'm gonna have a party for 10K. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know if there'll be clothes, no clothing. I don't know, but we'll have.
Now we having clothing. Now we having clothing.
I'll be
Okay.
very close.
I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see nobody. Kitty cat.
You don't
I
want
don't
to
want to see
see.
nobody. Penances. Have some clothes on.
Okay, yeah, we have to have clothes on. What about Karen?
What about Karen?
Karen was halfway exposed tonight. You didn't say
Was she?
nothing about her. She was showing her
When?
tip and fee.
Uh,
Tip and fee.
Oh.
You were okay, so you're okay with Karen's nudity, but
I
not
didn't
mine.
see that.
Got
I
you.
didn't see that. I
Bye,
didn't see
guys.
that.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
I'm definitely coming back
See you
for a
tomorrow,
big
baby. See
show
you
on
Wednesday.
Beverly Hills Wednesday.
See you
Uh,
Wednesday, darling.
All right, bye, y'all. This
Bye,
was a
guys.
crazy
Bye,
night.
baby. I love you.